Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have some new information to go over about a scrapped gameplay feature for the Indigo Disk DLC with a few other things to go over as well. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the scrapped gameplay feature that was going to be in the Indigo Disk DLC. We now have confirmation that it has actually been scrapped. I mean, obviously it's not in the Indigo Disk, but the leaker Riddler has also come out and said that it has actually been scrapped, and it is the PK Hex-like feature. We did cover a lot of that on the channel, obviously before the Indigo Disk DLC. It was something that we thought was going to be in the Indigo Disk. It sounded very, very good. Something that we were going to be able to use to like alter Pokemon's IVs. It was going to be really good for competitive because we thought that potentially you could be able to make a Pokemon's IV like an attack go from, I don't know, like 24 to 0, same as like speed, which obviously would be really useful because there's not actually any kind of method to decrease a Pokemon's IVs. You can only increase it. So yeah, we thought this could be like that knight in shining armor and actually be a really cool gameplay feature. And this is obviously something that he posted before the Indigo Disk dropped, saying, okay, forget the troll post, finally time to guess the PK Hex-like feature. So these are the options that were originally going to be with the PK Hex feature, or one of these was going to be correct. Shininess conversion, which again we thought would be absolutely ridiculous. Gender fluid, so obviously being able to change a Pokemon's gender, I thought that was also very unlikely. IV adjustment, which of course won the poll. That's what everybody thought was going to be the situation. And then we also had moving Pokeballs as well, being able to change a Pokemon's Pokeball that they were caught in, which again would have been really, really useful, but of course the IV adjustment would have been a lot better. So we have actually had a little bit more information about this from Riddler and the fact that it has actually been scrapped. So I think he posted something that he deleted, and then we had Jasper basically saying, I feel like your riddles for this DLC cycle were weaker than for previous games DLC. I assume you had less information to work with. Hope you can do some good ones again for the next games. And then we had Jan saying, honestly, this DLC didn't offer as much as the previous cycles. We only got 15 new Pokemon for both DLCs, but we had 105 new Pokemon for base Scarlet and Violet. Even Pokemon Legends Arceus got 7 new Pokemon with 18 new forms. Scarlet and Violet DLC just didn't have that much to offer. And then we have Riddler saying, most people don't understand these basic knowledge, so complicated for them. And you even ruined their experience with the plot climax, but they kept asking stupid questions, like where's the PK Hex-like feature? That's just a little we teased, let alone tons of untold art book details, design ideas, unfinished content, etc. during development. So yeah, he's saying, you know, that they did tease the PK Hex-like feature a little bit. Basically, everybody was asking where this PK Hex-like feature was when the Indigo Disk dropped, and, you know, I'm assuming that Riddler did not know that it was going to be scrapped. Whether it got scrapped because they just didn't like the feature or because of time constraints or whatever, we don't know, but we do have confirmation that it has obviously been scrapped. Because some people, myself included, thought potentially it could be in the new kind of mythical Pokemon event that's obviously dropping on the 11th of January, but that's been leaked and stuff, and obviously people have been able to play that, and yeah, you don't get access to this PK Hex-like feature through that. So it's not going to be in Scarlet and Violet unless we get a third and a fourth DLC announced next year, which again is also very unlikely. We have David here saying, people ask these stupid questions because you tease them. If you gave an answer like the feature was scrapped for the PK Hex-like feature, instead of acting superior and edgy just because it's happened that you know some things, people wouldn't ask these questions in the first place. And then we have Riddler saying, we'll be breaking down all our formal riddles and hints. That's what we do after each release, and that is what he has actually been doing. So if you do go to his Twitter page, he has actually been breaking down all of his previous like riddles and stuff like that. So we obviously had this one with the mythicals with like Deoxys, Keldeo, Arceus, and then Meloetta was obviously the kind of question mark. We had this one here, which I think there's more to this than what he actually kind of posted about, but this was a post where he had the Black City and the White Forest side by side, and he's saying, you know, what about this? And then he's just saying the vibe. So I don't know if it's just, I mean, we do have obviously the Black City and the White Forest next to each other in the monochrome club room, but I feel like there's more that meets the eye with this because he just says the vibe. I don't know if he's referencing like the vibe of the next game, which obviously would be Gen 5 remakes or not, but I don't know I feel like there's more to that. He then obviously posted this picture here with all the different mochi, and then Poison Mochi. This is from the mythical event, so obviously you wouldn't have noticed this yet, but yeah, this is from the actual mythical event to do with like Mochi and the Pachura and stuff like that. We obviously had this one here where it was like she is the puzzle queen, and then obviously he's talking about the quiz that you have to do for Lacey as her kind of quest or task or whatever, gym leader challenge. They can stack, obviously talking about the Terrapagos and its terraform, terrestrialized, whatever state. And then a few more things as well, like this is obviously about Pachurn, just some Gen 5 stuff. This one where he's saying, you know, what will he snatch from you this time? And obviously it's Kieran snatching Terrapagos from us. And then a few more things. Like I said, it was basically just kind of going through everything and kind of showing what he was hinting at. So he then went on to say, why can't you just wait until we move to that part, obviously talking about the PKX-like feature. We can't post everything in a single day, and you will know which PKX feature they plan to implement from those 4 options. And the 4 options that he's talking about are these 4 options here. So he will actually tell us what it was going to be. It has been scrapped. Now that could always be used in a future game if it was to do with time constraints, like maybe in the next game they put it in. It would have made more sense to have it in Gen 9 because that is going to be the competitive hub of Pokemon until Generation 10 is out, and having a feature like that would have been very useful in a competitive Pokemon game. But we do have Riddler saying, you know, he is going to tell us about this PKX feature, you know, when the time comes. But obviously he posted this on the 20th of December. It's now the 29th. So hopefully he tells us soon, because it would have been nice to know what it was about. But yeah, it looks like it has been scrapped. And yeah, we're not going to get a PKX feature in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is very, very unfortunate. But yeah, it's scrapped. So a lot of people have been asking about it. It has been scrapped. This is just a little bit of interesting information here posted by Centro saying, interestingly, the definition of pseudo-legendary Pokemon has now drifted away between the Japanese and Western communities due to Archaludon. So in Japan, the group is called 600 this, so 600 Club. The only characteristic is that they have a 600 BST and are not legendaries nor mythical Pokemon. That's usually been the kind of idea surrounding pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Archaludon fits in this definition. However, in the West, the pseudo-legendary categorization involves 600 BST, but also being part of the slow experience group. Archaludon doesn't fit in this definition. So right now, Archaludon is part of the 600 BST, but not of the pseudo-legendaries for now, until the community agrees on a new definition. And yet, being a 3-stage line is also a characteristic in the West, though we'd argue that it could be one of the easiest patterns for Game Freak to break. Really though, there's no official definition for it, it's just a fan designation. Patterns will continue to be broken. So yeah, it's just kind of Pokemon branching out a little bit more with like what they're kind of doing. I mean, they're always kind of changing things, which is always good, but yeah, a little bit interesting. Thought I'd just go over that today. Moving on, we have a little bit of updates as well, just about Pokemon in general. So, Cerebi update, Wave 4 of the latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero icon parts are now available live on the Nintendo Switch online app, so you can get Lacey, Crispin, Mary's, Drayton, a couple of the other gym leaders and stuff like that if you do want to get some of those for your Nintendo Switch profile. But yeah, they are now live. I don't know when they're live until, it says 5th of January, so yeah, have until then to get them if you really want to, if you're collecting them all, stuff like that. So that's that. And then finishing things off, Pokemon Concierge is now available on Netflix to watch if you are looking forward to, if you have been looking forward to it. I've not seen it yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. But yeah, all 4 episodes of Pokemon Concierge are now available to watch on Netflix worldwide. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing this correct. And then yeah, we have PLDH also saying Pokemon Concierge Netflix stop motion short series is now live. The show consists of 4 15 to 20 minute long episodes, all available to watch now, set at a Pokemon resort where the Pokemon are the guests. So yeah, apparently it's all right. I don't know. I need to watch it. I do like stop motion stuff. Obviously, I grew up watching like Wallace and Gromit and stuff, so I'm a big fan of stop motion. So yeah, I definitely will watch this. It's on Netflix, so it's obviously easy to get to. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'll probably watch it tonight at some point. And then finishing things off as well with the promotion of Pokemon Concierge, we also have some like new Twitter stuff that you can obviously do, like hashtag Furret, hashtag Pikachu, Pansage, Mudkip, stuff like that. Just a cool little Twitter thing you could do, or an X thing you can do if you wanted to. But yeah, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Just trying to hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on them scrapping this IV PKX-like feature? Again, he told us about this way back before I think the DLC was even out. I think he was just kind of hinting at it. So it was clearly in the plans of Pokemon way back then. But yeah, it just seems like with every passing day they've just kind of decided to scrap it. But yeah, I don't know, it would have been really good for competitive, but yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting it unless we get a 3rd and 4th DLC announced on Pokemon Day in February, which I think is very unlikely, but you never know. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on all that, and yeah, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.